Eagles taking it down. Game 1 championship series starts right now. Eagles wasting no time as they'll have it. They'll have the first chance to get one here. That's Winter. He's got it. He's going to allow the Eagles to bring on the killers. Yingling works it over to Lacrosse. Up along the short side. Steps in, cuts in the middle. He's got a little room. Shot on, scores! And the Eagles wasting no time. Draw first blood. What a goal. That's why they're the #1 seed, ladies and gentlemen. Playing with some urgency. Great finish. Check it out. Lacrosse. Up along the short side. He's got it. Makes a move on Barnes. A little bit of room there. Finds and scores. Mesh ripple. And the Eagles wasting no time. Blackfish 0. A little overzealous there on the draw on the Blackfish. So it's Parsons and the Eagles pick it up right where they left off. Winter brings it in the attacking zone. Little backhand pass there, finds it, Yingling. All the way across for Kozak, they connect. He makes a move to the outside, looking in. That's Agus right there with him. Primus steps up, Yingling makes a move, loses the ball in transition. First man on the case, it's Jensen. Blackfish now with their first chance. McIntyre, he's gonna need a big game here. Like I said earlier, the Blackfish are without one of their strongest offensive weapons in Connor Watson. So let's see if the sum of the parts can get it done for the Fish tonight. Shot on, good save, Brody Harris. That one took a bounce out of the arena, but right back in. Play resumes. Porteous works it over to McIntyre. He cuts in the middle. He'll ship it over. That's Malott. Little backhand feed, shot on. Great save, Brody Harris. And the Eagles goaltender looking sharp. Reese Blake powered his way out of there. They'll move it up for Musso. Makes a little move there. Fitzpatrick kind of lost it momentarily, but he scooped it right back up. He'll move it to Winter. Finds Kozak quickly to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, long lead pass across. They connect to Yingling. Along the outside, he finds Kozak down low. Kozak cuts in the middle. He's got a little room. Shot on. Good save. Humphrey. Ball skipped off Humphrey there, so it'll be Eagles ball. Kozak will lead the charge. He'll work it over to Yingling, who finds Winter. Winter up along the far side. Makes a move on Abrams. Another one. Cuts back. Stepping in, that's Yingling. Good save. Humphrey. Gottfriedson. He'll shovel it up. Finds Jordan Roberts, who brings it into the O-zone. Makes a move to the outside. Goes back up. Porteous. Shot on. Brody Harris, another save. Parsons, with a head of steam, brings that one quickly up for the Eagles. He'll tag up, though. Finds Young. Works it up top to Kozak, right back to him. Young. Yingling. Looking for Fitzpatrick. Humphrey got a piece of that one, though. After allowing that early goal, Humphrey kind of settling in there. Made a couple nice saves. Let's see if the Blackfish can award his efforts with a goal of their own. Laszlo Henning tried to make a move, but the Eagles' defensive wall up for the task. Corbett now in the neutral zone. Tags up. Ooh, kind of a high stick there, but I believe that might have been Agus. Looks like we've got a delayed penalty. So the Eagles with the empty net. See what they can do here. Winter was looking for Young there, just behind him though. That's Hunter Agus. Headed to the sin bin, number 32. 2 minutes. Holding. Let's see if the Eagles can extend their lead here. Blackfish, they need their defense to step up. Yingling, working it around, finds Adamson, the captain. Nice pass, Kozak with some room. Nice block though. Kellner gets in front of that one. And it's Primus the other way. Musso gonna challenge that. Primus couldn't find the target though. Ball's loose, scooped up by Parsons. Little bounce pass up, Adamson now. Little flip there for Winter. Eagles finest out now. That are working around in the attacking zone. Yingling steps in, he's got a little room. Shot on, can't find the mark. High bounce off the board, Winter's the first man there. Backhand feed, looking for Adamson, they connect, he makes a move. Humphrey got a piece of that. Great save, Brandon Humphrey. Eagles maintain possession. Adamson up top, looking, shot on. Humphrey with the save. Brandon Humphrey showing off why he's been the ALL West Goalie of the Year 2 years in a row. Blackfish got to be careful here. Still 40 seconds left in the penalty. They're down a man. Porteous in no rush. Long lead pass across. They connect. That's Aiden Murphy. Murphy passes, trying to find Roberts there. They can't quite connect. 20 seconds remain in the penalty. Bringing it up the other way now is Hinson. He finds Winter. 15 seconds in the penalty. Who's got it? A little Oscar-worthy performance there. Winter still got it. Kozak, little sleight of hand. From behind the net, the feed, it's good. Winter to Yingling. And Yingling with the aerial assault from behind the net. Eagles double up, 2-0 so far in this one. Check this one out. Everybody fooled in where the ball was there. Winter sees Yingling behind the net, goes aerial. What a goal. Eagles win the possession. Off the face-off violation. So it's Adamson now, the captain. The Eagles firmly in control of this one so far early. Yingling steps in that. Good save, Humphrey, ball's loose. He'll scoop that up, looking for the long lead pass. He's got Laszlo down there, but he'll check it down to Godfriedson. Godfriedson now with a head of steam. It's a 3-on-2. Godfriedson steps into it. Can't quite find the mark. Ball takes a high bounce right to Corbett. He looked for Musso, but it was behind him, so Godfriedson's right there to scoop that up. Godfriedson, a little backhand feed as he's going to the ground. He found Gillis, who worked it to Malott. Malott across. Blackfish. Laszlo Henning. Finds Malott. Malott looking in front of the net for Jordan Roberts. I think that didn't hit the mark. Crease violation there. The Eagles with their foot on the gas in this one. On the attack again. It's Adamson up along the far side. Adamson cuts in the middle. Good pass, finds Fitzpatrick. Nice little move to the outside. One-hand feed. Looking for Young, they can't quite connect. And they go down in a heap. Still down, but Fitzpatrick cuts in, shot on. Humphrey got a piece. A little bit of extracurricular going on there. Kozak steps into it, scores. But they're saying Fitzpatrick's in the crease. Ref's talking about this one here. Hold on. Hold on. No goal. Fitzpatrick in the crease. Woo! Eagles all over the Blackfish so far. Let's see what they can do here now, though. Porteous into the attacking zone. Cuts in the middle. He's got a room. Can't find the net. Looking for the rebound. That's picked up, though, by the Eagles. Going down the other way now with it. Granton threw it up for Kozak, who finds Yingling. Crease violation, though. Whew. we're back. It's Jordan Roberts set to lead the charge. Blackfish working in the offensive zone. Finds his way to McIntyre up top. He finds Roberts. Quickly works it over to Gillis. Brody Harris, another save. Tested early in this one. Brody Harris up for the task. Adamson. He's going to wait. Yingling up along the far side. He's got a goal already in this one. Does he got another one? He's got a little room. Shot on, scores! Mark Yingling, his second of the game. And the Eagles continue the onslaught as they're now up 3-0 through 1 so far. Look at this. Nice little dipsy doodle. And then it's Yingling. Far side, cuts in. He's got room. Good pick by Adamson. Yingling. Mesh ripples. 3-0 for the Eagles. Barnes wins that one. Gets escorted in the boards by Parsons, though. And Parsons has it. He's got a little room. He's in the office. Long pass up for Musso. Eagles gonna bring out the killers. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Claw moves it for Kozak. Kozak went for Young in front. Just out of his reach, though, so it's Blackfish ball. Primus bringing up the other way. Primus tags up. Moves it over to Porteous. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Still with it. Cuts back. Makes a move around Blake. Shot off. Brody Harris, a save. Rebound. Henning. Blake runs him over. Some hard-nosed defense there by the Eagles. Going the other way now. Good defensive play by Malott. Gottfried's in there. No, that's Kellner. Trying to provide a little reinforcements. Ball takes a skip out to the far side. Referee's going to do a little deliberation, deciding whether they should have reset. Blackfish ball. Roberts. He'll move it over. Finds Porteous. Porteous, long pass across. Blackfish working it around the offensive zone. Murphy quickly works it over. Gillis throws it across for Porteous. Porteous still with it. Looking down low for Murphy, but it's behind him. So it's the Eagles going the other way. Musso on to the attack. Tries to make a move to the net. Still with it. Crease violation. Nick Scott, captain of the Blackfish, wasting no time. He'll bring it up. Throws it up for Barnes. Barnes looking. Finds his man in Henning. Laszlo Henning. Little bounce pass back to the neutral zone for Porteous. Porteous now. Cuts back. Cuts in the middle. Shot on. Scores! Reese Porteous with the howitzer. They're going to need a big game from him without Connor Watson tonight. And Porteous gets the Blackfish on the board. Check this one out. What a shot. Look at this. Bounce pass up for Porteous. We'll cut back there and right there. Top shelf. What a goal. Red ball. A little overzealous there on the faceoff. Blackfish. Can they keep up the momentum? It's a fickle thing. It was all Eagles early, but the Blackfish now. Signs of life. Roberts dumps it back. Murphy still with it. Looking for McIntyre. They connect. Shot on off the post. Inches away from drawing within one. The Blackfish. Momentum may have swung back on their side Let's see what they can do here. Jordan Roberts, little stutter step there. Cuts back to the outside, then spins back in. Little feed there looking for McIntyre. That would have been a sweet little play, but just out of his reach. Parsons, little bounce pass up. Finds his man. Eagles with it now. Young. Finds Kozak. He'll throw it over. For Lacrosse, right back to Kozak though. Kozak feeds Yingling. Yingling making some moves. Winter now. He's got it. Bounce past Kozak. Can't connect. Ball's loose. Primus now for the Blackfish. He'll throw it up. Finds Henning. Henning pounding his way through. Dumps back for Porteous. Oh no, he blew a tire. It's the Eagles the other way. What can they do here? Ganton, shot on Humphrey, shuts the door. Gets the left shoulder on that one. Big save from the Blackfish netminder. Adamson now. He'll find Winter. Shot on Humphrey, not fooled. Humphrey settling in now. Agus to the neutral zone. Fakes the flip. Then does. That's Gillis. Throws it along the short side. McIntyre, the big man, spins. Loses the ball in transition. Grease violation. Brody Harris, he's looking for the long lead pass. Elects to check it down, though. Nifty little passing. Now it's the Eagles. In the O-zone. Kozak with it. Kozak finds Yingling. ALL West. League leading scorer. Finds Lacrosse. Shot on Humphrey. Good save. Kozak, first man there. With it. Makes a move. Shot on. Can't find the mark. Nifty little stick handling there by Kozak. But just a little too high on the shot. Squarick finds Porteous. Porteous gets a little screen from Henning. Ooh, the pass a little bit behind Murphy there. Trying to keep it in front. Uh-oh. This could be danger. Right down Mean Street's Musso. Shot on Humphrey. Good save. Humphrey, another big save. Krosick brings it up for the Blackfish. 1 minute 45 remain. Gillis up at the point. Works it down low, Malott. Malott with it now. Looking for Henning, but no one was home. Porteous up top from Malott. Quickly works it over. Finds a way to Porteous. He works it over there. Gillis. Shot on. Henning. Good save. Harris. No, they say that one was wide. So that's it. 30 seconds are over. Shot clock is done. Eagles' turn now. Adamson going to lead the charge. He finds Winter. Winter brings it in the attacking zone. Works it for Yingling. Up top, Adamson. Right back to him. He finds Kozak. He's got a little room to operate here. What can he do? Kozak feeds. Adamson scores! What a goal! Heads up pass there by Kozak. Finds Adamson. Right in prime time real estate. And the captain buries one. Check it out. Look at this. It's just the Eagles. Smart heads up passing. Working the ball around the offensive zone. Looking for that angle. Patience, poise, finish. Good goal. Face off now. These face offs have been absolute battles. Oh no. Looks like we've got a delayed penalty here. Offsetting penalties too. Oh no, just one. Thought Parsons was walking there to the box. It's gonna be number 32. Hunter Agus. 2 minutes in the sin bin. Cross-checking the call. Blackfish need to clamp down here. Need to find a way to kill this one off. And if the Eagles can put one in here, oh man, we might have to get into that blowout material. But don't count out the Blackfish. I'd say they're the hottest team in the LL West. But the Eagles are showing why they're the number 1 seed. Jump shot on. Humphrey with the save. Primus now with it. Looking for Jensen. What a pass. They connect. Jensen. 2 men on him, though. They take him down. Musso and Adamson. Kind of an awkward body check, but the refs say keep going. Adamson, nice pass for Lacrosse. Lacrosse for Yingling. Shot on, scores! Oh, no. It's going from bad to worse for the Blackfish here. We still got a lot of lacrosse here. But that's the Eagles' 5th of the game. Look at this. You know, great passing. They've just got the defense on the back of their heels. And you can't give Yingling that much time to operate in front of the net like that. Picked up by Gottfriedson. 12 seconds. Tags up. Rod Jensen not happy about the possession being awarded to the Eagles. Here we go, final 10 seconds. Blackfish, see if they can make something happen here. Working in the offensive zone, one-time chance. Brody Hare's got a piece of that, but crease violation. It's an empty net, shot on, oh! The Eagles were inches away from making this one a 6-1 game. Through one, it's the number 1 seed Eagles with 5 and the Blackfish with 1. We'll be back in 2 minutes as we get set to bring you the second period of action. Stay with us. Apologies there, a little technical difficulties, and we're back. Here we go. 30 seconds so far to the second period of action. Yingling works it around. Eagles trying to find that angle of attack. Good feed. Looks like we've got a goaltending change as well for the Blackfish. Let's see if that'll spark them. Here we go. Malott with it now. Blackfish. Porteous can't find the mark. Rebound speared out of there by Malott. Keeps it in for the Blackfish. 10 seconds on the clock. Porteous finds Gillis. Gillis cuts in. Then to Porteous. Interference. Aquino in net now. Let's see if he's up for the task. Scores. Oh no. Ben Musso keeps up the onslaught. It's all Eagles so far in this one, as they now extend the lead to 5. Going up 6-1. Look at this one. After that interference, Eagles long lead pass, finds Musso, who puts it right past Aquino. Face off, still up for grabs. Corralled in by Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson powering his way through. Kamloops' finest. Murphy steps into a good block there. Oh no. Nielsen now. Looks like there was some pushing and shoving, I think, behind the play. It's a penalty. Cal Slade. Cross-checking the call. Cal Slade to the sin bin. Blackfish. Power play. What can they do here? Roughing, excuse me, was the call. Gillis, Porteous. McIntyre. Gillis. Shot on. Brody Harris, another save. Rebound. Kicks it out again. Brody Harris. Playing well for the Eagles in this one. Hinson. In no rush. He'll work it over. Finds Adamson. Adamson. Taking a long way across. Still with it. Fakes the pass. Tries to cut outside. Low shot on Aquino. Good save. Blackfish. Buck 10 remain in their power play. Malott up top finds Gillis. Right back to him. Makes a move. Trying to find Henny there. They can't connect. Corbett has it. Stripped of it though. McIntyre. Fresh 30 on the clock. Spear out of the midair there by Malott. Keeps it in. Porteous. Works over McIntyre. Right back to him. Little give and go here. McIntyre. Shot on. Ball kind of skipped off the ground and out. So Eagles ball. Corbett, a little stutter step there. Finds Yingling. Mark Yingling into the attacking zone. He's got it. Pass in front, finds Winter, but Aquino with the save. Pass up for Barnes. The speedster, but he'll tag up. Gillis. Porteous. Porteous. He's got the Blackfish goal. Malott. Little backhand feed for Gillis. Back up from Malott. 8 seconds on the clock. Penalties expired. It's even strength. Gillis shot on. Brody Harris, another save though. Musso. Nifty little move there. He's got a man with him too. Musso feeds it, looking for Fitzpatrick. They can't connect. Ball's loose. Absolutely ran over by Primus there. Fitzpatrick has a few words for him. Referee's breaking that one up. Oh no. Primus headed to the box for the Blackfish. Nick Scott pleading his case to the referee. I think he's heard enough though. Power play for the Eagles here. Referee's deliberating. 2 minutes, cross-checking. It's on Cordell Primus. Eagles power play. Up 6-1. If the Blackfish ever needed to kill off a power play, it's right now. Here we go. Winter makes a move to the outside. Fires it behind the net. Good feed in front. Steps into that one's Lacrosse. Aquino, good save. Rebound. Kind of shoveled out of the way. Kozak showing off the speed there. Beats Barnes to it. You don't see that often. Barnes getting outraced. Excellent hustle there from Kozak. Shot on, hits the post. Eagles all over the Blackfish. Aquino, good save though. Aquino, he's got a man down there. Just out of his reach. He was looking for Hunter Agus there, but they couldn't quite connect. So the Eagles right back to where they were. On the attack. Yingling works it over. Kozak faked the shot. Went to Winter. Winter trying to go across there. Took a skip off the boards, but found its way to Kozak. Winter, backhand feed. Yingling steps into it. I think that one might have hit the post. Got Friedson. Right down Main Street. Scores! Not dead yet. The Blackfish answer, and they cut the lead to 4. Friedson on the breakaway chance and buries it past Harris. What a goal. Good save there. Kind of takes a weird skip, and then Garrett Winter kind of over pursued, and it was Friedson who put it right past Harris. Barnes with it now. Blackfish win the draw. Pass back, square it. They'll find Barnes. Barnes now throws it over. Got some kind of weird strategical bench games going on. A couple players back behind the action. Blackfish just gonna kind of dump it down. 2 seconds. Primus, he's out of the box. Winter works it over. Stepping into it, that's the claw. Eagles, nifty passing. That was out of his reach though. Blackfish with it now. Wasting no time. Quebecer will throw it over. Finds Henning. Henning for Gillis. Gillis with it now. Works it across. Porteous. Porteous in the high slot. Finds Gillis. Gillis makes a move to the outside. He'll fire it back to Murphy. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Murphy got to do something here. And 30 seconds expire. So it's the Eagles' ball. Adamson leading the charge. He'll leave it for Winter. He'll throw it over for Yingling. Yingling. Across Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick looking for Winter. He works it over to Mark Yingling. Fires it down low from Fitzpatrick. Through the crease violation there on the Eagles, so Blackfish now will set. Set up in the offensive zone, excuse me. Porter shot on, Harris, good save. Brody Harris has been playing very well for the Eagles here. Corbett fends off a back check there from Porteous. Still with it. Corbett finds Yingling. Yingling for Adamson. Adamson makes a move to the outside. Nice play there by Friedson to strip him of that one. And then he tries to pass it up, looking for Agus. They connect a little bit behind him. But still, it's Blackfish ball. McIntyre up along the far side, directing a little bit of traffic. Likes to throw it up to the point. Roberts makes a move to the outside. Roberts still with it. He's got a little bit of room. Shot on, can't find the mark. Ball takes a high bounce. Adamson kind of kicks it up. That's our mid-quarter timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's still the Eagles in front, but the Blackfish. Okay. After that consultation from the referees, Adam Smith's Shooting Eagles are set up on the attack. Eagles working it around. Fitzpatrick makes a move. Crease violation. A little bit of the rough stuff too. Referees break that one up nice and quick though. Looks like we got a penalty here. Fitzpatrick pleading his case. Falls on deaf ears. That one might be. Ooh. And gets a technical. Might be a double minor. I think it's a face mask and a technical. So the Blackfish gonna have the man advantage here for 4 minutes. Is this the spark they need? Can they build off that Gottfriedson shorty? Here we go. Let's find out. Porteous. McIntyre. Right back to him. Porteous. Gillis steps into that one. Brody Harris. Good save. Nice use of the body control there by Gillis. Kind of boxed his way out to kind of secure that rebound. Gillis finds Porteous. Porteous steps into it. Can't find the mark. Porteous with an absolute howitzer, but it's not on target. But Hinson now, he's got Nielsen with him. Squarick, the one man to beat. Backhand shot there by Hinson. Aquino scoops that one up. Malott with it now. Brings it into the attacking zone. Up top, finds Gillis. Works over Porteous. McIntyre. Gillis, right back to him. Porteous now. Porteous finds Gillis. Across the way there for Roberts. Looking for Porteous. 5 seconds on the clock. Porteous makes a move. He's got room. Can't find the mark. Rebound. Brody Harris made the save anyways, though. Even though clock expired, Brody Harris dove across to make the save. Excellent play from the Eagles goaltender so far in this one. Didn't even need to make the save, but did anyways. Eagles with it now. That's number 23, Isaac Richmond, still with it. Looking for a pass. Spins his way in. Kellner right there with him, though. Scooped up by the Eagles. That's Krozik. Bringing it up. He'll flip it up for Malott. Ethan Malott, he's got a little room. He'll like to check it back to Gillis. McIntyre. Gillis right back to him. Blackfish working it around. 2 minutes remain in the man advantage. Corbett got a stick on that one. And then the ball throws it up for Ganton. He's got room. Shot on, scores! Jackson Ganton extends the lead to 5. The shorthanded goal, number 24. Great play by the Eagles. Blackfish were just working it around, trying to find that angle of attacking right here. Corbett got a piece of that, scooped it up, heads up play, threw it up for Jackson, and guess what? Finish. Mesh ripples. Good goal. Short-handed. Down a man? No problem, says Ganton. Eagles firmly in control of this one. The Blackfish still got a man advantage here. Let's see what they can do with it. $1:37 remaining in the power play. Blackfish working around Porteous. Finds Malott. Malott steps into it. Brody Harris turning that one aside with a stick hand. Henning steps into that one. Hits the post, though. Ball skips off the post. And the boards and then out. Porteous for Roberts. Porteous up top. Finds his man. Now finds his way to Gillis. Porteous now with some room. Shot on. Can't find a mark. Absolute howitzer from Porteous. Nielsen takes it the other way for the Eagles. He'll check back to Musso. Musso throws it across for Yingling. Eagles just killing off this penalty kill. And what plays better than the offensive zone? Shot on. Keno, good save. Long pass. Looking for Jensen. Kind of an awkward angle there. Jensen stays with it, though. Trying to get that ball. Harris with it. No, excuse me. Richmond had it. Musso now with it. It's a fast game. You blink, you might just miss something, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Musso. Little spin move there. Checks it back for Winter. Winter taking it up along the short side. Fitzpatrick out of the box. Streaking in. Winter still with it. Throws it over. Lacrosse shot on. Aquino kind of turned behind him, but kept it out. Blackfish with it in the neutral zone. Throws it over for Malott. Malott with it now. Makes a move to the outside, shot on. I think that one was blocked again. Hard hit there by Murphy. Again, kind of shrugs that one off. Penalty. Slashing. I think that's Cal Slade heading to the box. Let's go to the ref with a call. 2 minutes. Slashing. Blackfish gonna have the rest of the first half here with the man advantage. They got a tall task to come back in this one. But if they want to, they gotta get something going, and they gotta get something going quick. Here we go. Blackfish power play. Oh, backhand feed there from Malott to Gillis. Can't find the mark. Good check there. Nielsen. Able to kind of create the turnover, and guess who it is? It's Nielsen. He's got Musso with him too. Fires it over for Musso, shot on. Aquino reached behind him and shut the door. Aquino, lob pass there for Murphy. Musso now throws it over for Malott. Murphy with it. Final 60 seconds. Malott over for Porteous. Back to Malott. Malott, backhand feed Gillis. Right to him. Looking for Henning there. Kind of stick on that one. Eagles ball. 50 seconds. In the final seconds here of the first half. Adamson making his way to the outside. Fakes like he's going. Maintain possession, keeping Agus there at arm's reach. Trying to power his way in now. Long shot on. Can't find the mark. Blackfish probably going to have the last say in this one. 15 seconds remaining. Can they get one here? 10 seconds now. Porteous with it. Over for Gillis. Porteous with a little bit of room. Loses the ball in transition of the move. Ball kind of finds its way to the far side. And that'll do it for the first half of action. Through 2, it's the Eagles in control with 7. And the Blackfish with 2. When we come back in 10 minutes, we'll get set to bring you the second half of action here at the Langley Event Center. See you in 10. About now. Here we go. It's in there somewhere. Here we go. Face off. Still in progress. Who's gonna get it? That's one way to kill a penalty. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? It's Eagles ball. No, it's got Friedson picked it up. Found Malott there. Some hard stuff here to start the game. Blackfish with it now. McIntyre makes a move, cuts back. Kind of fanned on that one. Couldn't get all of it. So it's going to be Eagle ball. Gotta play it back there, ref says. I like how Richmond, he was thinking, trying to get a couple extra feet. But the ref, having none of it, Yingling. League leading scorer steps into it. Off the mark. That one was high over the net. Picked up by Squarick, the big man, for the Blackfish. Leads the charge. Little bounce pass there. Finds Roberts. Roberts quickly works it over. Aiden Murphy throws it across for Henning. Laszlo Henning takes it to the outside. Up top for Gillis. Gillis cuts back. Finds the open man, and Roberts, he picks it up, fires it across. Porteous, 1 second on the shot clock. Brody Harris with the save. Brody Harris having a heck of a game so far. He's really stepped up and keeping these Eagles right in it. But their offense not looking too bad either. Fitzpatrick now brings it in for the Eagles. Looking for Winter in front, they can't connect. Ball kind of skips to the corner, Adamson picks it up. He's got it now, trying to power his way through. Fires it low shot, can't find the mark. Ball takes a high bounce to neutral zone. Jensen's there. He's got a couple guys with him. Off the bench, Malott. Harris the save, rebound. Shot on. It's in. The persistence. The tenacity. Ethan Malott scores for the Blackfish as they open up the scoring here in the second half. Let's take a look here. So the first shot on was saved by Harris. I think this one is saved. No, he got a piece of it, but not enough. Malott able to bury one past Brody Harris, and the Blackfish aren't dead yet. Face-off, won by Jackson. He's probably one of the best face-off men in the ALL West. Yingling tried to get that one, but the ball kind of took a high bounce. Primus, first one there. He'll work it up for Squarick. Big number 56. Flips it for McIntyre. He'll throw it down low, looking for Roberts. Pass across for Malott. He's got one already. Shot on. Hit the post. Hard hit there, Reese Blake on Porteous. Refs say a little overzealous. So the Blackfish gonna get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Gillis kind of cut it in towards the middle. Goes for Porteous. Porteous got a little room. Shot on, can't find the mark. That one was inches from getting put in the top shelf. Porteous still with it. Little feed there. Trying to find Gillis. Takes a hard hit there. Penalty now. Big hit there. Looking for the number here. Sorry, I can't quite see it. That is Isaac Richmond. Kneeing. I haven't seen that one called all year. I didn't even know it was a thing. You learn something new every day, ladies and gentlemen. Blackfish on the power play. Working it around. Laszlo Henning. Porteous shot on. Good save. Brody Harris. Brody Harris is having a heck of a game. Really backstopping the Eagles in this one. Keeping them right in it. Porteous kind of working around. McIntyre shot on. Hit the crossbar. Better be lucky than good, I say. McIntyre beat everybody but the iron. Gillis has it now. Works it for Malott. Malott right back to him. Finds Porteous. He works it over. McIntyre right back to Porteous. They'll give and go there. Cycling. Gillis shot on. Can't find the mark. Rebound. Finds his way to McIntyre. Little backhand feed there. Malott shot on. Brody Harris shuts the door. Looks like we got a penalty here to the Eagles. It's going to be a two-man advantage for the Blackfish. A technical foul. Unsportsmanlike, sorry, excuse me. That's Cal Slade. Another penalty to Cal Slade. It's going to be about 58 seconds with the two-man advantage. And then the Blackfish going to have a kind of a buck-o-two on the second power play. So Malott and Gillis kind of working it back and forth, trying to find that angle. Malott takes a shot, can't find the mark. This is, I don't want to say this This is kind of the defining moment of this game for the Blackfish. But this is a golden opportunity, and they got to do something here with it. And Brody Harris is up for the task so far. Blackfish, though, find the rebound. Fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. 24 seconds remain in the two-man advantage. Big-time defense by the Eagles. You kidding me? Wow, what an effort by Hinson as he just absolutely destroys any chance of a 5-on-3 there. Finds the man in Adamson. Humphrey the save. What an effort by Hinson, though. The one-man wrecking crew. Oh, no. What's going on here? I think it might be a legal substitution, a bench penalty maybe? Not too sure against who. The referee's kind of sorting this one out. It is against the Blackfish. Oh no, that is a killer. Just as they got out of the box. Gonna be 4-on-4 here for about a $1.02, and then it's gonna be the Eagles power play. The Blackfish watch a golden opportunity slip through their fingers. Let's see if they can respond, though. Lacrosse makes a move to the outside, tags up, finds Adamson. Adamson looking. Good feed for Lacrosse, kind of spears that one out of midair. Lacrosse finds Winter, a little spin move, got a little room, steps into it. Interference there. Called on the Eagles. I don't think either bench is very happy with the referees in this one. Got a penalty here too to Winter. It wasn't just an interference. It's gonna be a delay of game against Winter. Referee's not too happy how he kind of handled the ball after the interference call, I guess. Wow. Blackfish get another opportunity here. There's a lot of room up turf. A lot of room out there in the arena. Let's see what they can do. McIntyre for Gillis. Musso kind of got a piece of that one. Gillis takes a hard hit from Musso. And then a dive. It's a delayed penalty. The Eagles, though, with it. Musso. Two men had to take it down. The ball's still loose. Fitzpatrick picks it up. Eagles maintain possession. Just absolute anarchy on the field. Are you kidding me? Musso holding two guys up against the boards, allowing Tyler Nielsen all the room in the world to get a goal. Wow. What an absolute crazy last 2 minutes. Look at this. You can kind of see that big pile up there, right? So that's Musso holding two Blackfish against the board. And then it's Fitzpatrick. He finds Nielsen, who's got nothing but free real estate, and puts it in. Look at all smiles. You kidding me? The Eagles with the shorty. What a goal. Face off now. Barnes and Johnson, both of these guys are great off the draw. Barnes gonna scoop that one up. Fakes the pass. Gets stripped though. Good back check there by Cal Slade. So he's out of the box. So it's 4-on-4 action here. Shot on. Can't find the mark. Ball takes a high bounce and then in the rafters. So what is this? It's gonna be 4-on-4 for about 22 seconds. And then it's gonna be kind of a mini power play for the Eagles. No, sorry, excuse me, the Blackfish. Young with it now. Kind of cuts in the middle. He'll fire across for Ealing. He's got a room. A shot, beat everything but the iron. But Humphrey will say that's all he gave him. So Scott now the other way for the Blackfish. The captain, he'll tag up. Look for some reinforcements, finds it in McIntyre. Time expires. to the bench penalty. Quebeca set to rejoin the action. So here we are. 22-second mini power play for the Blackfish. Can they convert? Need something here. McIntyre looking, fires it across for Gillis, shot on. I think that one got blocked. Might have been Ganton. The block as well. Big time defensive effort there by the Eagles as they kill it off and picked up a shorty of their own. Primus, though, kind of stripped Kozak of it. He's got a chance. Primus tries to make a move. Shot on Brody Harris. Another save. Rebound. Scooped up by Harris. What an effort, Brody Harris. He's making a case to be the top 3 stars in this one. Fitzpatrick, first man there. Lost the ball. Humphrey kind of scooped that one up. Humphrey checks it down to Barnes. Barnes loses it momentarily, but he's there. Little backhand feed. Nobody home. Ball kind of loose, though. Henning had a chance. Still is. Roberts scoops it up for the Blackfish in the neutral zone. Makes a move around Nielsen. Nielsen right there with him. Working around Gillis. Shot on. Good save, Harris. Deflected. Referees say it's our mid-quarter timeout. But ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles firmly in control with 8. The Blackfish, though, hanging around with 3. Like I said, there's a reason why the Eagles are the number 1 seed. But in that same breath, the Blackfish are the hottest team in the ALL West right now. Still 15 minutes to play, a lot of lacrosse. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Play resumes now. Blackfish on the attack. What can they do here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's find out. Get that popcorn ready. Ice cold beverage. Defensive play there by the Eagles. Strip it out, but Gillis kind of scoops it up. Blackfish. Lose it, though, and it's Blake. Kind of jump past to Musso. He'll tag up, though. Blackfish able to get some defense out there. Adamson going to kind of calm things down. Kind of fire it back for Winter. Who passes it? No, just kidding. He still got it. Yingling looking for Winter on the give and go. They connect. Squarick right there. Spin move by Winter. Taken to the ground by 56. Good defensive play there by Squarick. Kellner throws it over for Roberts. Roberts for Porteous. Porteous with it now. Little room to operate. Shot on, scores! Okay, Reese Porteous. What a goal, and he cuts the lead in half. Reese Porteous. Absolute howitzer of a shot. Take a look at this. Watch this. Nonchalant, non-threatening in the attacking zone. I'm looking for a pass. I'm looking to pass. Just kidding. Shot on. Porteous. Look at that release. 0 to 60 in under a second. Johnson throws it across to Parsons. Parsons. He'll dump it over to Mark Yingling. Mark Yingling, ALL West point leader. An absolute danger with the ball in his basket. Winter makes a move. Cuts back. He's got room. Shot on Humphrey with the save. Rebound kind of found its way to Yingling. Eagles kind of still with it. Clock expires though, so they're kind of forced to dump it down. A little bit of words exchanged between Adamson and Agus. But I'll talk. You can kind of feel the tensions kind of rising in this one. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a one of two. This is the first game of a 2-game series. So these teams might want to leave a lasting impression if you catch my drift. Malott, look at this. Still with it. Finally stripped of the ball. Brody Harris, long lead pass. Looking for Gatton behind him. Can't connect. Gottfriedson scoops it up. wasting no time, throwing it down low. Blackfish, give and go, shot on. Are you kidding me? Brody Harris dives across the net and somehow keeps it out. Wow, number 30, Brody Harris. Looking like a brick wall back there. Unreal. Eagles now within the attacking zone. Yingling, he's got some room for Young. Nobody home on that pass. Adamson kind of speared it out. He's got a chance, shot on. Humphrey not fooled. Fresh 30 seconds. Krozik lost the stick, but not possession. Still with it. He'll fry it up for Squarick, the big man. Big man versus big man right now. Squarick, he's got a little room to operate. 56 shot on, can't find the mark. Corbett set to lead the charge for the Eagles. Makes a move. Still in the neutral zone. Corbett, he'll pass it to Lacrosse. Oh, that's Kozak, excuse me, Yingling. Yingling up along the far side. Cuts in the middle. Makes a move, and then does again. Shot on. Can't find the mark. Ball takes a high bounce in the neutral zone. Yingling, first man there. Steps into that one. Humphrey the save. Rebound. Fitzpatrick can't quite connect. Big hit there by Agus. Yingling trying to strip it. But it's the Blackfish with it now. You can tell the game's getting a little more chippy. Guys kind of leaning into those body checks a little more, slashing this a little bit harder. Laszlo heading shot on, can't find the mark. Ball takes a skip out in the stands, and it's a souvenir for a lucky fan. Musso fires it up for again. He'll dump it off to Winter. Eagles gonna bring out the killers. Here we go. The captain with it. Steps into that one. I think Kellner or Scott got in front of that one fearlessly, might I add. Addison still with it, finds Winter down low. He's got it. Scott right there with him. Off the post on the low shot. Kind of speared out of midair there by Primus. First man there, inside track. Kind of takes a long shot on. Actually, the accuracy was good. The line was good, just a little over the net. Eagles firmly in control. $1:30 remain here in this third quarter. Ball finds its way to Adamson. He'll work it over to Yingling up along the far side. Yingling cuts in, then steps back, steps into that one. Oh, off the crossbar. Beat Humphrey over his left shoulder there, but couldn't quite solve the iron. Hard check there. Lacrosse kind of got escorted by 3 Blackfish players. Then Parsons kind of throws his weight around too. Squarick. I tell you, there's been about 4 or 5 body checks in the span of 5 seconds. Ball's loose, finally corralled in by the Eagles. Possession awarded to the Blackfish. I mean, you gotta love the action here, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth. Blackfish on the attack. Ooh. Big time collision there in front. Everybody looks to be okay. Murphy kind of shrugs off that check. Blackfish maintain possession, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Malott steps into that one, kind of fans on the shot. The bounce finds his way to Corbett. He's all alone with just Humphrey to beat. Scores. Corbett puts it 5-hole on Brandon Humphrey. Kind of an unlucky bounce there for the Blackfish. The ball found its way to Corbett. And I mean, he had nobody back there but him. Look at this. The ball kind of takes a weird bounce, and it's Corbett all the way. Like, there's nobody within a country mile. Dangles, stutters, scores. Face off, won by Barnes. Kind of shrugs off a hit there by Musso. He fires it up, works it over to Primus. It's a hard hit by Musso. Scooped up there by Porteous. Porteous takes it on the far side, cuts back. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot on. Good save, Harris. Penalty here. .7 seconds remaining in the game. There might be a penalty. Referee's deliberating. I think it might be cross-checking. Looks like it's on Musso. Nick Musso. Cross-checking. So 0.7 seconds. Can McIntyre break the sound barrier? He'll try, but to no avail. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back in 60 seconds, we get set to bring you the final chapter of our first game of the ALL West Championship Series. Stay with us. We're back here. A little overzealous on the draw there, so Blackfish awarded possession. Here we go. Fourth quarter starts now. Henning kind of had in front of the net, but it was a good back check there by Nielsen. Gillis with it. Shot on. McIntyre kind of couldn't get all of it on. It's too high there. Kind of shoveling it out. Blackfish with possession. 3 seconds on the shot clock. McIntyre. He's got to shoot. Malott shot on, scores! The Blackfish draw a little closer and capitalize on the man advantage. Ethan Malott. What a goal, Blackfish. Okay. Check this out. So Gillis kind of kept it in. Finds Malott. Little bounce past McIntyre. Little give. Little go. Little mesh ripples. Malott. First power play goal for the Blackfish. Can they build on this momentum swing, or can the Eagles shut the door? Face off. Won by the Blackfish. But corralled in now by Corbett. Corbett with it. Takes a move to the outside. Passing in front for Adamson. They can't find the mark. Another penalty here. I think it's a illegal substitution, so it's a bench penalty. Not too sure on who. I think it's the Eagles. It is. A little bit of a deliberation as to who's going to serve it. Going to be Tyson Johnson by the looks of things. So, not even a minute into this one, we've got a goal. We got a couple big hits and a penalty. And now a power play. Porteous steps into it. Brody Harris, good save. I mean, Porteous is if they look at him too closely, they might think he's a weapon of mass destruction with that shot. Got an absolute howitzer. If he gets room to operate, he's always dangerous with the ball in his basket. Little backhand feed to him. Shot on! Good save, Harris. Still with it, Porteous. Fires over for Gillis. Gillis now with it. Shot on. Another save by Harris. Rebound, it's loose. Malott kind of found that one. It's Gillis now with it. Great concentration there by Ethan Malott, able to keep that one alive for the Blackfish. They maintain possession. Porteous, little feed from Malott, he's got room. Harris made this, are you kidding me? Harris with another save. Wow, having a game. Godfriedson picks that one off. He'll leave it for McIntyre. McIntyre with it now. He's got Malott on one side. Connects up top. Finds Murphy to Gillis. McIntyre, Murphy. No, that's Gillis, excuse me. Gillis steps into it. Brody Harris, good save. Rebound. Good. Oh my God. A hope and a prayer and a paddle, and Brody Harris, sensational save. What a save. Somehow got the stick on that one and absolutely robbed the Blackfish. But they maintain possession. Gillis shot on another save. Harris shutting the door. Wow. Looks like we might have a penalty now to the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is feeling like it's gonna come to a head here soon. The physicality, the chippiness. Another minor to Blake. Unsportsmanlike to go along with the slash. Double minor. The Blackfish gifted a golden opportunity to get back into this one. They're down 4, 12 minutes left. Eagles, the best team in the ALL West. Let's see what happens. It scores! McIntyre wasting no time with 6 seconds left in the bench penalty, scoring for the Blackfish. So there's still a double minor up for grabs. Look at this one. McIntyre, number 17, just grips it and rips it. Porteous throws it down low from Malott. He finds McIntyre, bam! Scores, mesh ripples. Blackfish feel like they've got lady momentum firmly in their corner. Johnson kind of won the faceoff and elected to power it in the Blackfish end. Jensen stripped up Parsons. Parsons threw him to the ground. The ball found its way to Porteous. Porteous always deadly with it. Got an absolute cannon of a shot. Passing it across, Gillis finds Malott. Malott now down low, right back to Gillis. Gillis looking, finds Porteous for Malott. Backhand feed! Oh, they can't quite connect. The Blackfish almost with a thing of beauty. Ball's in their end now. Fitzpatrick kind of shoveling Gillis out of the way. Gottfried's is right there for some reinforcements. Ball kind of skips to Humphrey. Now it's Agus the other way for the Blackfish. 3 minutes remain, and the double minor to Reese Blake. Blackfish down 3, 11 minutes to go. Anybody's game. Porteous still with it, looking. Interference. Tough call. Eagles wasting no time. Off the bench as Lacrosse scores. Oh. That's an absolute backbreaker. 3 shorthanded goals now for the Eagles. That interference call. Oh, just when you think they were battling back. That long pass there, Lacroix, you know what? He's going to bury that more times than not. Unlucky. Blackfish kind of shooting themselves in the foot there. Tough one. Still got some time on this power play, though. Down 4, though. Roberts kind of retreat momentarily in the neutral zone. But the Blackfish right back on the attack. And at 2 minutes, 22 seconds remain in the man advantage. Porteous now with it. He finds Gillis. Gillis finds Malott. Malott right back to him. Gillis up top finds Porteous. Porteous scores! The howitzer, number 19, grips it and rips it. You kidding me? If only we had a speed gun, I'd like to know the miles per hour on that one. Good goal. Reese Porteous, check it out. Blackfish just working it around with possession, and then Porteous, a little bit more room than normal, buries it. Good goal. Face off now. I tell you, this is the game within the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 of the best to do it here in the ALL West, going back and forth, but it's the Blackfish ball. Primus steps into that one, hit the crossbar. Inches away from another goal here. The Blackfish. I tell you, they're playing with some urgency because they know what they're up against. McIntyre now with it, finds Gillis. Gillis back to McIntyre, steps in. Good save. Harris, another save. Brody Harris is having a heck of a game. Ball's loose in there somewhere. Gillis kind of had it momentarily. Parsons kind of up and over. Blackfish maintain possession. Reese Porteous jumps in the air. Harris with the save. Long pass for Corbin. He's all alone. Shot on. Aquino shuts the door. Wow. Another penalty. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's on the Blackfish. Illegal substitution there. It's going to be Xander Kabeka headed to the box for his team. What a game. Ladies and gentlemen, when you thought the Blackfish were down and out, they are right in the thick of it. It's going to be some 4-on-4 action here for about 51 seconds. And then the Eagles going to have about 51 seconds on the power play, something like that. I'm no math major, but it's Yingling with it now. He finds Winter. Shot. Aquino somehow kept that one out. What a save by the Blackfish netminer. Oh. Abrams tried to find Streaky Malott off the bench for a beauty chance, but it was just behind him. So pick it up now is Ganton. He'll throw it up for Musso. Musso straddling the line. Finds Adamson. Adamson kind of throws it up. Eagles working around. It's another penalty. Adamson kind of steps into that. Rebound. Square scoops that one up. Another penalty. I tell you, this game's rap sheet is just getting longer and longer. Blackfish gonna have a tall task here, and the Eagles with a golden opportunity to regain momentum. It's gonna be Adamson. He's gonna start out with it. He's gonna work it in. 4-on-3 here. A lot of room. Look at this. You see how the Eagles, they're just kind of inching their way closer and closer. The fast passing, Yingling shot on. Good save. It's a loose. Rebound. Somehow stayed out of the net. I don't even know how. I think Aquino might have got a piece of that. Out of the box is Blake. He'll go right to the bench. No, he'll come back. Backhand feed there for Yingling. Works it across. One-time shot on, scores. Dylan Lacroix. Oh, it's Humphrey back in net. Unreal. What a goal. Lacroix just working it. See that passing? Good poise by the Eagles. Good finish. I tell you, the wind feels like it's been sucked out of the building here, ladies and gentlemen. But there's still some time. 8 minutes. 4 goals separate these teams. Not out of it yet. But the momentum has shifted back in the Eagles' favor. Let's see if they can build on it. Working it around. Looks like the Blackfish stick got a piece of that one. Kind of found his way to square. Then finds Gottfriedsen. Gottfriedsen with the head of steam, tags up. He's looking for some reinforcements. Spins towards the net. Shot on. Brody Harris not fooled. Ganton throws it up for Kozak. Kozak now with it. 7 and change remain in the final quarter of action. 40 seconds remaining in the penalty. Eagles working it around. Adamson stepped into that one. Humphrey the save. Brandon Humphrey. Little bit of a confusion there. I think a few players thought it was another penalty. But it's our mid-quarter timeout. When we come back, we'll get set to bring you the final quarter of action here at the Langley Event Center. Stay with us. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 7:16 remain in this final quarter of action. It's Porteous and the Blackfish set to start out on the attack. Porteous, Richmond right there with him, step for step. Porteous trying to find that angle. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Porteous fires it across. They connect. Shot on there by McIntyre. Blocked in front though. Parsons takes it the other way. Pass was intended for Lacrosse, kind of behind him. Ball's loose in front of the net. Crafty little play there by Quebeca. Gonna get that ball out of harm's way. Primus, long pass. Finds Roberts. Roberts with it now. Fires it back. Porteous. Little feed there for Henning. Good save. Harris, though, got a piece of that one. Number 30, the backstop for the Eagles. Really anchoring this team right now. A couple of huge saves. You know, there's definitely been more shots on the other end of action, but when called upon, Harris has made some acrobatic, big-time saves. Yingling with it now. Kind of backstops. Checks up. Long pass across. Kozak works it down low for Winter behind the net. In the office, finds Yingling in front. Looks like that one was blocked. Play resumes. Vegas fires it over for Gillis. Gillis with it now. Cross for Porteous. Porteous makes a move, got some room, finds Gillis. Gillis shot on, good save. Rebound. Murphy kind of had it, but unfortunately went in the crease. Brody Harris wasting no time throwing up for Corbett. 5 and change remain. Blackfish starting to run out of line here. The time is not on their side. Kozak works for Fitzpatrick for Adamson behind the net for Yingling. Looking in front, finds Kozak, kind of trying to power his way to the net. Tags up now. Pass across for Yingling. A little low shot on there, but more of a desperation shot than anything as the clock was set to expire. Blackfish start out with it. Kellner kind of threw it up for Gottfriedson. He works it to Malott. Malott, he's got a couple goals here. Blackfish need him now. Porteous, he's got something to his name too. He's got some room. Shot on Harris, another save. Brody Harris turns him aside. Excellent goaltending play. He's got my vote for one of the 3 stars. Working its way up to Winter now. Winter makes a little bit of a spin move there. Still with it. Good block by Jensen though. Ball finds its way to Adamson. 7 seconds. Oh, no look backhand flip to Yingling. Steps in that one, kind of fans. Rebound. Kind of found its way to Lacroix there. But no harm, no foul. Gillis with it now. Passes it, shot on. Brody Harris, another save on Jordan Roberts. Brody Harris having a heck of a game. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I tell you, I got a front row seat to it, ladies and gentlemen, and he is looking like an absolute franchise cornerstone back there tonight. Long lead pass, looking for Kozak. They connect, long shot on. Humphrey the save. Kind of kicked it down to his left side. Ball's still loose. Blackfish, chance at it here. It's Kellner. Kellner with it. He's got a man. It's Porteous. Jump shot, scores! Oh my. Porteous apologizing as the momentum kind of brought him into Harris. Porteous, the aerial assault, finally cracking the code that was Brody Harris here. Look at this. 4th goal for Porteous on the game. Kellner finds him off the bench. Porteous just goes airborne. Puts it past Harris. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 4 goals separate these teams. Porteous getting a penalty. Oh, no. Oh, the momentum there just took him in to Brody Harris. Oh, that's got to hurt if you're a Blackfish fan, ladies and gentlemen. 3 goals separate these teams now, and they're going to have to do it without Porteous for 2 minutes here. Face off, won by Barnes. Wasting no time, Brody Harris, another save. Rebound now, Henning with it. Takes a hard hit there by Cal Slade, but still with it. I can see the ball kind of changing possession 2-3 times. Might have a delay a game, maybe? I think it's Cal Slade going to the box, either holding the stick or delay a game. It's going to be Blackfish ball. Bench is kind of sorting out who they want on. Cal Slade to the box. So it's going to be 4-on-4. Believe it's going to be Blackfish ball. And for about 21 seconds after the Porteous penalty expires, it's going to be a Blackfish mini power play for about 21 seconds. Okay, here we go. Henning with it now, got stripped. Musso first man on it. He loses it though, ball's still loose. Harris though calmly scoops that one up. Long lead pass, they connect. That's Hinson. Hinson throws it across for Lacrosse. Lacrosse with it, up top, Winter. On his way to Kozak, right back to Winter. He's got a little room, shot on, that one was blocked. Nick Scott got in front of that one. Adamson passes it, down low. Somehow stayed out. I think Scott kind of scooped that one out of midair, a little interception there. Primus, Cordell Primus, little spin move, gets run over by Blake. What a hit there. Reese Blake just absolutely laid out Primus. Good defensive play there. Corbett with it now. He'll work it over. 2 minutes remain. 3 goals separate these teams. Winter, Kozak, right back to him. They can't connect. Gottfriedsen gives chase, but Winter kind of corrals that one in. 7 seconds on the shot clock. A little slap pass there. Looking for Yingling, but they can't connect. Adamson kind of found that rebound, worked it over to Lacroix, but Humphrey not fooled. Good save. Blackfish, $1:30 remain. 3 goals separate these teams. Malott makes a move to the outside. Good defense there, though. Gillis steps into that one. Brody Harris turns around behind him but made the save. Another great save by Brody Harris. Malott scoops that one out of midair. Finds Henning. Maybe a little overzealous there. Could have let that play develop a little bit more. But it's the Eagles' ball. Musso with a little sidestep. He's got a man with him. Makes the pass. Humphrey shuts the door. The final minute. Here we go. The Blackfish. They're going to play hard to the end. Not dead yet. But the light at the end of the tunnel starting to look like a train. Porteous can't find the mark. 40 seconds. Gillis with it now. Need a sense of urgency here. Malott shot on. Wider than that. Harris scoops that one up. Blocked in front. Oh. The Eagles with an empty net and Corbett. Primus tried to make his best goaltender impression, but to no avail. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your dagger. Eagles with 12 to the Blackfish 8. Now don't worry, Blackfish fans. We've got another one here for you tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at the Langley Event Center. In the event that that game results in a tie after overtime, we will have a special 10-minute period to decide who will be the ALL West champions. This year, the Shooting Eagles take the first game of our 2-game series, but don't count on our defending champions, the Blackfish, yet. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us as we bring you the 3 stars of this game. A hard-fought battle from both sides. The Eagles, though, come out on top. Good effort from the Blackfish.